Hi, this is Beverly again, and this is episode 2 of Kundalini Yoga for Sex and Spirit. So today we're going to be talking about the breath. And you might be asking, what has breathing got to do with sex? Well, let me explain a little bit. So the longer and fuller and deeper you breathe, the more sensation you'll have in your body. The longer and deeper you breathe, the more relaxed the body and the mind are. So again, the more relaxed your body, the more sensation you're going to be able to access. And I spoke in episode 1 about keeping the mind really clear and open and neutral, enabling you to be more present with your partner. Learning to breathe fully and deeply, also just as a practice, helps to keep your body really vital and energized and alive per se. So that again in itself is going to enhance your virility and your energy levels, which are also important, of course. Another thing that you can use breathing for when you're making love with your partner is to attune to them, so you kind of get on the same wavelength. You can just begin to breathe together in harmony, and that will attune you energetically as well as physically. Breathing control can also be used to raise sexual energy, and it can be really helpful, say, for the man in lovemaking, if he gets to the point of feeling like he's just about to orgasm, come or ejaculate. He can use the breathing control as one technique to just assist in holding back from ejaculating. So it's really useful. You might not think of it straight away, but learning to control and master your breath is key to enhancing your sexual experience. So I'm just going to talk about one technique first of all, which is called long, deep breathing. Very simple, very straightforward, but is a technique that needs to be learned and practiced. So long, slow, deep breathing. You would start with your spine as tall as possible. Obviously when you're making love you might be in a different position, but if you're going to try this practice for yourself, you would want your spine to be tall. So sitting on a chair, sitting on a bed, or sitting on the floor with your spine as tall as possible, so you've got space for your lungs to really open and move. Your spine is tall but your body is relaxed. So then when you breathe in, you're going to be breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. When you're making love, you might change that and be breathing in and out through the mouth. That's fine. So breathing through your nose relaxes you more. Breathing through your mouth will kind of raise your energy more. When you inhale, you're going to take the breath right down to the very bottom of your lungs and feel as if you're breathing into the very lower part of your belly. So when you inhale, your belly goes out. Now some people have learned to breathe in what's called a paradoxical manner, so they actually do it the other way around and their belly goes in when they inhale. But what you're aiming for is for the belly to expand on the in-breath. So you breathe in deeply and the belly expands and pushes out. So that's the very bottom part of your lungs. Think of it in terms of 3 parts. From the belly you carry on inhaling, and then you feel the mid part of your rib cage and the mid part of your lungs expanding. You feel that expansion all the way around and feel like there's space coming between your ribs, so there's an expansion here. And then the breath keeps on going, and you imagine, obviously your lungs don't really come up to here, but you feel as if your breath is coming all the way up to your clavicle bone here. So it's a very full, long, deep breath. Your lungs are full, and then very slowly and steadily you exhale all the way down, and you imagine that you're releasing the breath from the top of the lungs down very slowly and out. So you're aiming to do this as slowly as possible. So it might take you 10 seconds or 15 seconds just for one in-breath and one out-breath. So it's quite slow. As I say, the slower the breath is, the deeper your physical relaxation, the more sensation you're going to have access to, the more present you're going to be with your partner. What you can also do when you're making love is to imagine that you're directing your breath down to your sexual organs. So you can imagine that you're breathing into your vagina or your clitoris or your penis, and that is going to enhance the sensation there, just having that awareness and taking your awareness down. There's another technique that you can then, once you've mastered long, deep breathing, you can use this with your partner in lovemaking. So this is called circular breathing, and it combines this long, deep breath with a visualization of the movement of energy. So as you breathe in, you do the same long, deep breath in, but you start with your awareness and imagine that you're breathing into the very base of your spine at the perineum. And you imagine that as you breathe in, the breath and the energy travel from the very base up through the center of your body. So obviously this is something that you're imagining all the way through the center of your body to your crown. And then as you exhale, you imagine the energy traveling down the front of your body. And you get this circuit going. So on the inhale, the breath goes up through the center of the body. On the exhale, the breath goes down the front of the body. And you just keep that circuit going. You visualize, imagine, and maybe even feel the movement of energy that creates this circle. So if you get that cycle going, what begins to happen is that your sexual energy, which I spoke about in episode 1, will begin to move in that circuit, So it's moving through your 7 chakras, your energy centers. And the energy is not just staying in the genitals, it's moving through your whole body. Your partner can do the same, so you're both getting this circuit going. And then as you begin to make love, those 2 circuits merge. When you're with, if it's a man and a woman, but it can also work woman-woman or man-man, but in a male-female polarity, when the man breathes out, he can send energy out and imagine the breath is coming out through his penis and he's sending energy into the vagina of the woman. So as she breathes in, she can take his energy in through her vagina and imagine it traveling up. And as she exhales, it goes down. So you can create this circuit where your 2 energies are merging. Another way you can also do this is to just use a part of that and for the woman to inhale into the vagina and out through the heart. So she sends energy out from the heart on the exhale. The man breathes in her love to his heart and it goes down and he exhales out through his penis. She inhales his love, which comes through his penis into the vagina. So those are 2 different ways you can work with the breath and energy that you're visualizing as you're making love. Have a go on your own at first, because you can do that circular breathing for yourself and just have a really wonderful experience of your sexual energy moving. It's really blissful. You can enjoy it on your own, and then when you're ready, try it with your partner. So I hope you enjoy that and look forward to speaking to you in episode 3 when we're going to be talking about body locks.